the console didn't tell me. Nothing told me anything, so... Oh, that's so annoying. I had absolutely no idea. Oh. Right. We didn't get to see some of those events in the sprint. I had no clue that the stream decided to end on me. The console didn't tell me anything. Apparently I was still streaming, but according to the channel, it ended at lap 3. So, I have no idea why it did that. I've got no clue. To be honest, I'm getting quite fed up with why this is happening, because I've got no clue. Right, it should be running now. I'm a bit disappointed as well that no one told me through Discord, so... Oh well. It's running now. Should be running anyway. Bloody thing. Alright, main race time. Now, unfortunately we didn't get to fully see what happened in that sprint. I got to see. And it was an interesting sprint. There was a good battle between Wombat and Axis that I got really drawn into. The top two were separated by like 3/10 during that. But ultimately it was Mighty Wombat who won, with Axis coming home in second. So with that result, Wombat actually extends his championship lead. Now hopefully this stream doesn't become interrupted. Hopefully. I've just got to keep an eye on it. I have to keep it running constantly on something so I can keep an eye on it. Alrighty, drivers will set off on their second formation lap of the race, of this round I should say. Now, who's starting on what tyres for this? Well, this is interesting. We've got some drivers starting on soft tyres. For the top 8, Wombat, Axis, Saucy, Nico, Rebellion, Shizen, Underwood and Black Baller are all starting on the medium compound tyre. Guitar Hero down in 9th is starting on softs, with Blacks and Collider starting on hard tyres in P10 and 11. JBH is 12th on mediums, followed by Hash on softs, and Captain Schmeg in 14th place on mediums as well. So we've got 10 cars on the mediums, 2 cars on the hards, and 2 cars on the softs. Hello, Rebellion. I don't know what's going on recently. I might have to do a factory reset on my console because something's very wrong with it at the moment. It keeps cutting off streams without telling me. It keeps disconnecting me from PSN periodically. It will do it for a split second and then it will re-sign me into my account. So I'm gonna have to do a reset on this thing. Just try and see if that will fix any of the problems. Because I don't know what's doing it. I don't have a clue. But hopefully this main race goes uninterrupted. Yeah, you're telling me. Don't need to do that. Alrighty. So Wombat now lining up from pole position. Axis, there it goes. Hopefully that won't end the stream. Yeah, it hasn't. So we get to miss out on the race start. This is the problem I was talking about briefly. And this also tells me it's not the Wi-Fi, it's actually the console. Because if the Wi-Fi was a problem, I would be not up to date with the stream. So this is a console problem. So this is what I've been experiencing recently, where it would periodically just sign me out of my own account, and then a split second later it would sign me back in. See, I'm still loaded in, but for a split second I'm not. Now I'm guessing there's something wrong with the software within the console. Something corrupted potentially in the console that is causing these sort of problems. So I'm getting very frustrated with it. Spectate. Alright, so we didn't get to see the race start, so hopefully nothing interesting happened. Hopefully. But it's a race start. Something always interesting happens on a race start. So freaking frustrating. Alright. Oh, what do you know? We have a virtual safety car because Shizant is out of the race. Right. And we're back on the green flag racing. So we've had an incident. Shizant is out. Hash has overtaken Black Baller just there. Wombat has maintained his lead. Axis is in P2. Nico in third, followed by Saucy. Rebellion's had a pretty good start, I do believe. Let's have a look. No, he's maintained his position. JBH is the one who's had a good start. He's moved himself up to fifth now, overtaking Rebellion around the outside at turn 1. Guitar Hero trying to line up Underwood here as we head on to the Retro Aposta. Using a bit of battery, he's got some decent straight line speed. Looking to the inside here. And it doesn't commit to the move. Could have tried to send it down the inside. Instead he stays behind. Stays in 8th place. Saucy behind Nico. Can he find a way by? As they head around the hairpin of turn 8 and around the short sweeper of turn 9. Saucy, nah, not close enough. Nowhere near close enough to attack here into the hairpin. Neither are any of these guys in this leading train. All of them are too far separated. Try and make moves on one another. Out to turn 13 and heading up the hill at around turn 14 and 15. 7-10 separate the top two. Axis doing his best trying to keep up. But he is steadily losing ground to the race leader. Wombat setting the fastest lap on lap 2. No one else beating that lap. A 10.8 is what he set. So they head around turn 3. Curva de Sol and back onto the Retro Aposta. Opens DRS. Closes the gap. By nothing, actually. Axis doesn't close in at all. Wombat maintained that 1 second margin. This is a battle between Underwood and Guitar Hero at the exit of turn 4. Heading up the hill now towards Ferradura. Underwood gets in front. He's into P7. Rebellion behind JBH. Can he find a way by? They head around the short sweeper of turn 9 and up the hill around turn 10 and turn 11. Quite close enough. Axis still within that 1 second range. He needs to stay within that range. He's just fallen outside of it. He's back within it again. Around 14 towards turn 15. Hash overtakes Black. So that was for P9. It appears we got a three-way scrap going on here. Right on board here with Blacks. 3 wide around the final corner. You can see the momentum Collider has got in front of the pair of them. Through the center S, down the hill. There's Hash just behind. As we head back on to the Retro Aposta. Black Baller looking down the inside of Hash here. Into Desida Dulago. And he gets in front. He's into P11. Axis still losing time to race leader Wombat. Gap's now 1.3. So head out of turn 9 and towards turn 11. Gap is still continuing to increase. So Wombat demonstrating the pace. And he's shown throughout this sort of latter half of the season he's on fine form. Somewhat untouchable. As Nico has spun! Nico has spun! That is at the exit of turn 12, heading into 13. And he tumbles down the order. He desperately... Is he stream? Give me a second, chat. Oh, it's just strange. Just had to check something. Around turn 3. Heading onto the back straightaway. Rebellion trying to get by... Oh, sorry. JBH trying to get by Rebellion. He's made the move. Rebellion moves Into 5th spot, JBH up to 4th. He's made up 8 positions over the course of this race so far. He's had a superb start. Sad to hear that, Shizen. What's happened to you? We're taken out by Rebellion, eh? I'm sorry, mate, I didn't get to see it. Been having console issues all week, and I haven't been able to fix it. Gonna have to do some drastic stuff to it. So, Axis, 1 second behind, doing his best to try and keep up with Wombat. Doesn't have DRS right now. Oh no, he does. He was within a second of Wombat. Didn't think he was, but yes, he actually was. Rebellion, Underwood, now right behind JBH as Blacks gets by Collider. Gets it done at turn 1. Collider, I don't think he'll be close enough to fight back down the Retro Aposta. Speaking of fighting, Rebellion looking around the outside of JBH here at turn 4. Can't quite get it done with Underwood just filing behind. Can't find a way by. Oh, he lost control of the car there, but somehow gathered it up without spinning the car out. Oh, Hash spinning. He spins, unlike his teammate. He managed to save his slide. Heading up the hill. 9-10 separating the top 2. Axis should still have DRS as Hash spins again. Blacks now spins as well. That's at the exit of 13. He moves down to 12th position as a result. Black Baller closing in. Heading up the hill into the center S. Looking to the... fully commit to the move. He stays behind. Down the Retro Aposta. Captain Schmeck gets a 3-second time penalty. Rebellion gets by JBH. It's tight, but they get through. Underwood's right behind. Heading up the hill now to... oh, that's tight stuff! Heading up the hill into turn 6. We saw drivers dart all over the racetrack as Underwood goes down the inside of JBH. JBH is going to fight back here at turn 9. He has that inside line. Underwood runs wide, but he has the inside line for the hairpin at turn 11. And he gets in front. JBH tries to do the over-under. He has to stay behind. You won't mind that too much. You'll be given DRS. They head up the hill towards turn 14. JBH, he's in the slipstream. So is Rebellion. DRS open. See Underwood, he's actually pulling away. Rebellion closing in on the Mercedes. Not by enough though to attack. Speaking of attacking, Nico, I believe, has just gone by Collider, I think is what I just saw then. If not, well, Nico right now is right on the back of Black Baller and he'll be looking to get by as soon as possible. Closing in. Oh, not by enough though to really send it here into turn 4. Around turn 6, around turn 7, and into the hairpin of turn 8. Rebellion close, but not quite close enough. Or Axis having a moment there at turn 12, losing time to Wombat. The gap's increased to 9/10 between the top 2. Axis doing a really good job keeping up with Wombat's pace. These two are in a class of their own at the moment. They got 3.5 seconds over Saucy and P3, who in turn has 3.8 seconds over Underwood. Oh, excuse me, through turn 2. And around turn 3. Onto the Retro Aposta. DRS open. Closing the gap to the car ahead. Not by enough though to attack into turn 4. JBH. Not quite close enough either. In the background we've got some stuff going on with Nico trying to follow Black Baller around the racetrack. But once again not quite close enough to try and challenge the Mercedes driver for PA. JBH close, not quite close enough to attack here into turn 8 as Blacks gets by Captain Schmeck, who has left the session. Hopefully he'll be able to rejoin as soon as possible. around turn 13 and now heading up the hill. Axis will have DRS once again. And will close the gap to the race leader. Incrementally, but every 100th counts in this particular situation. These two, as I said, they're in a class of their own, and they're looking pretty competitive against one another. Using a fair chunk of battery there at the exit of turn 3 as Guitar Hero pits in to get off the soft tyre. He started on the softs. Going to move off the softs now. Out of turns 4 and 5 and heading up the hill towards turn 6. Axis as well and truly closed up to Wombat. That gap has shrunk. It's now 3/10 between these two. Maybe Wombat made a small mistake and Axis has capitalised on the situation. I'm not totally sure. But he is there. He is right there. Down the hill and around turn 12.